Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney 180 and
I'm playing with myself.
you're listening to another episode of They're Not Dolls.
Episode 235.
235. And I would like to welcome our very special guests. It's not Prime's first time, it's his second time, but it's Nate's first time. So I would like to welcome the crew of the Figure Booth to the show. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
What's good? Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having us on, man. Very excited to be here.
Awesome. I love the enthusiasm in your voice when you say that.
I'm very excited to be here.
I'm streaming again from Dave & Buster's, Trini. I got dropped off.
Yeah.
I got a Modelo bought for me. I only have a couple of tokens left, so, I can't be too loud. Yeah. So,
He's probably going to get kicked out midway through the stream.
Yeah.
These guys don't get excited until we start talking about Mezco toys.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and we will get there, so it's all good. Yeah. So we're running a little bit late tonight. That's my fault, so I'll take accountability for that. I ran out of the movie theater from watching Black Widow, so that's why I'm late. I thought I can make it on time, so next time there's a 5 o'clock showing, I won't be doing this. Cut it just a little bit too close this time.
It's all a learning experience.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it was very... It felt nice to be sitting in the theater again.
Yeah,
that
I bet.
Was cool. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going on Monday like a responsible podcaster.
Ouch, throwing shade. It's all about the priorities.
Well, the funny part is, like, of all people, Adam's saying that.
And he said Monday after.
That's comedy, right?
And he said Monday because he listens to the Figure Booth first, which we drop on Sundays, and then he goes and taking care of everybody.
Nice
Good job,
That's
Adam.
nice.
When I search on iTunes for the podcast now, I make sure I type in the Figure Booth.
Yeah.
Not the finger booth.
No, that's
like
not
Mario would lead you to the belief.
That's a totally different thing.
That's where beef gets squashed.
So I also listen on Sunday. I listen every Sunday night before I start my commute for the week. So you guys are the first show that I start off with the week. I just want to say personally, I'm a fan. The vibe of the show takes me back to the old days of me and Ernie.
Yeah.
Like doing it in the beginning. Like it
I feel like personally attacked now.
Can
I raise my hand?
The third wheel.
Yeah, kettle corn or something. Like, I don't know what to say right now.
Quiet, Ed. I'm trying to tell a story right now.
Damn
it. Yeah, no, it feels real familiar. It feels like home. So it's,
That's
definitely,
awesome. That's good to hear.
Yeah, definitely enjoy the show.
We appreciate you checking it out in the feedback, man.
Yeah, no problem. But before we move any further, hey, Adam.
Yeah.
How are Toymigos doing?
Oh, man, there's a lot of them. What's up, guys? First things first.
What, do you want me to do it again? I'll do it again for you.
No, I listened to you doing it on Tuesday, and I actually think that, like, I have a little bit more experience at this point.
So there we go.
It's all good. Anyway, if you're watching right now, go hit that thumbs up button. All right? Once you've done that, hit the subscribe button. There's a little bell next to that for notifications. And the important part that Cheney missed on Tuesday, share with your friends that you're watching this, that we're live right now with the Figure Booth.
Yes.
We got Prime to the First and Figure Fan Nate. So let them all know, come on, join the chat Migos. By joining the chat Migos, you type your name in that live chat, and guess what happens? I read your name. Yay! With that said, we got Just Jeff 45 is here. AZ Toy Hunters Guild is here.
Nice.
Jake Peterson is in the house.
Love
we got
that guy.
Toy Farce. Soul Brother is here. Chad Kinsler. We got someone named 796 Studios here.
I don't know who that could
Makeup
Omar
Studios.
B is in the house. Yeah.
Studios.
And what Contour King?
The
You wanna say
Contour
your
King.
thing,
Contour
Cheney?
King.
Yeah, the Contour King.
Yeah.
Mr. Cha-Cha himself.
Well, we also had a
got-
very generous super chat from Billy Moon. Says he's here for the dirty tricks, so he must be a fan of Nasty Nate.
Thank you, Billy.
Appreciate
you,
Who
brother.
isn't a fan of Nasty Nate?
Billy Moon is great. He actually made his first appearance on Tuesday on Unparalleled Universe. He did a little a call-in, and he was actually on camera as well.
Nice.
He killed it. He was on for like a half an hour.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We got Omar V, Johnny Number Cinco, Soul Brother, Brad Harper, Douglas Tupper, The Wrestling Hound. Woo! Some butthole named Adam Van Wickler is in there. We got Chamba in the house. Soul Brother. I said your name already, but I'm going to say lots of repeat names now. Douglas Tupper is here. Omar V, I said your name twice. The Toy Box of Doom is here. Ultra Bat Ultra Fantastico Worldwide. We got Toy Rensu. Dorian G, that's like the third time I said his name. High School Creations is here.
What's up, Mike?
We got Bat Force Grumps in the house.
Grumps?
Papa Schmitty. We got Brad Harper, Santo 1414, some dude named Figure Fan Nate. I'm not sure who he is, but he's in chat.
Kick that guy out.
Berserk 69 is here.
Yeah, time him out.
We got
now.
Douglas Tupper. Toy Farce is here. Winger Lose. Disavowed Action Figures. Some guy named Prime to the One
Realist.
Street.
Kick
The
him out.
realist. Kick him out, too.
Prime to the One Street.
Prime to the realist. Prime to the realist and Nasty Nate.
I'm gonna start reading everyone's names literally. Omega capital W 3 Apon.
Oh my God.
13.
Just
Kidding. Omega Weapon 13 is
and he
here.
was complaining
Disavowed
about
Action
me.
Figures.
Yeah.
We got Jake Peterson in the house. Salvador Sandoval
Already
is
said Jake
here.
Peterson.
Okay, well, good. He's special. He gets to hear his name twice. There's Billy Moon's super chat. Jeez, guys, stop typing. Plastietti
Yeah, it's
Phil
so
is
horrible.
here. What's up, man? Boop boop. Soul
Plasti.
Brother is here. I said all these names. I'm pretty sure. Nightwing X is here.
They're tripping up on purpose now, Adam.
Yeah, I know. Customs
they're
by
jumping
Machu
around.
is in the house.
What's up, man?
Rad Toyologist is here. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Nix Figs. Did I say Nix Figs? Nix Figs. Joseph Joe Kerr. J Figs is here. We got Adam Gonzalez in the house.
What's
You
up?
guys are making it jump. I hate you all. Swear to God. Just messing with me. Omar V. Did I say Omar V? I said it again. I think I said everyone's names. Did I say everyone's names? Johnny Number Cinco, Doom Days, Jesse Lewis,
Because they're typing so much. Yeah. I think you're
Nod Narv 101.
They just keep going. So
Now we're just down to letters.
Oh, the Sunny Channel. What's up, Sunny?
Oh, what's up,
I'll
son?
say
Hey,
your
Sunny.
name because you're awesome.
Yeah.
Got a celebrity in the house.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orgy is in here.
Legend Collector. What's up, man?
Legend Collector. I'm
There you go.
slowly catching up.
That's
Norrin
all right.
Radicals. And is that everybody?
I think so. I think that'll.
So much. Monkey 29 DNA. I noticed you. We're
Good.
gonna say that's everyone. Soul
Okay.
3000.
Nice.
I take back Soul 3000 because then he
Okay.
said make it jump.
Good job.
Make it jump.
I hate you
Okay.
all.
All right.
Happy Thursday, guys.
Yeah. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
It's almost time to start getting the weekend kicked off. So
Yep. Stay hydrated.
Yes. Is that a new sponsor?
It's the opposite of hydrated prime, but that's great.
I love it. Yeah, just stay hydrated.
Oh, Liquid Death. Nice. You're going to murder your thirst tonight.
Oh yeah.
Arizona
What does that say?
Coastal.
Devil's what?
Devil's Ale?
Oh,
I
nice.
thought,
Whoa,
I thought it
shit,
said
that's way too
Devil's
close.
Man for a second. I was like, whoa.
I'm
Forget some
very
Devil's Man right now.
I'm very excited to learn if Prime to the One Street
To the realist.
does anything other than arcades.
Oh,
I think that was the main thing I was supposed to ask, right?
Oh,
I'm so glad you asked that too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have
no worries.
anything else going? Like, tell us about yourself. For anyone that doesn't know who you are,
Yeah, why don't you guys break down, who
Let's-
you are and what you do here?
and the figure booth and more than just arcades or just arcades.
Actually, that's all I do.
That's all he does, man.
The arcade aficionado. Do 1/12 scale props, and that sums me up in a nutshell.
That takes care of it.
That takes care of it. Yep, that's it. That's as far as I go. I have no other skills. Nothing. That's all I have.
You don't even know how to drive a car?
I don't.
One trick pony, man.
I don't have to drive a car. I just sit here and work from home. I can't drive. I can barely feed myself and take care of my 2 children.
Do you know how to walk?
Yes, I do. By the way,
I order everything online. Just get it delivered to me. So I don't have to walk.
Can you feed yourself?
Barely. I make a mess.
Do you just like by your hand?
But it's funny that you asked that, Adam, because I think a lot of people do only know me for my arcades, and that's the only credit I get sometimes, which is fine. It's encouraged me to
mostly by buttholes.
Yeah, hairy ones too. So it encouraged me and motivated me to like, hey, you know what? Nate and we go way back because he had bought some arcades for me, and we hit it off from the get-go. He invited me to his podcast that he has with some of his friends called the STS guys. But then after that, we just we still kept in touch, and we kept talking photography, toy collection, everything. You when you click with somebody, and I think we talked a couple more times, and I'm like, dude, we should do a podcast because we're on the same wavelength and we collect about the same type of figures. We should do that. And we literally talked about that for a good year before we actually put it into motion.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a long time
You guys
coming.
single-handedly make the Mezco exclusives sell out all the time, right? Like just
single-handedly
orders. Yeah.
And I should get points for that, but I don't because the game's rigged. The Butter Baron and 796.
I wish I had that kind of street cred, man.
Yeah, no.
I mean, we have to let Nate talk and introduce himself for a second,
Nate,
Prime, because I have more questions about enablers as well. Like, trust me, there's some questions.
I was just going to say real quick that when I listen to the show, it's always interesting to hear the if I'm like, oh man, I'm just that Mezco, I don't feel it, but then I hear them and they're like, oh my god, this thing does this and that and it comes with this, and I'm like, this is so cool, like because it's like it's a different page, it's a different perspective, so it's really it's like fresh and entertaining.
Yeah, we go ham when it comes to Mezco.
Oh yeah. All right, go ahead, Nate. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, so I'm a figure fan Nate on Instagram. Started on Instagram as really just a collector, showing off my goods and just finding other people that were collecting stuff. And then kind of slowly discovered toy photography. I didn't really have a photography background, but I always wanted something like an excuse to play with my figures, quote unquote, play with the figures a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I wanted a different way to appreciate them. So I started discovering toy photography, people like JC Malone, The Amazing, some of like the originals in the community, and got a camera, kind of started learning the settings, and really just started having a passion for it. And it kind of blended two things that I love. So I've always been a toy collector. And now I'm really passionate about toy photography. So that's kind of my main jam right now. Like Prime said, I found him long time ago because I'm sort of a prop addict as well. So we became really good friends that way. And he's been supplying a lot of my props for a long time. If you look through my page, he's kind of like my strict plastic dealer right now, or at least prop dealer. But if you go through my page, you see a lot of his props on there. But yeah, I mean, primarily just doing the toy photography right now.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, let's see here. So, Adam, anything new with you?
Do we want to go over hauls? Is that what's up next, or what's the plan here? What's the plan here, boss man? You're the one that ran in from Black Widow last second and is ready to spoil all of us.
Hey, if you guys don't want to be spoiled, that's fine. I just always say that for me, they don't bug me. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be like, like Kevin's post the other day where he was trying to say I was like Homer walking out of Empire Strikes Back. That's not how I roll.
I am curious, if you had to rank it next to an MCU movie, what would it be kind of ranked next to?
I don't know. I was telling
Good job.
I was telling Adam earlier that like it had really like it was going really good, and then for me like the bottom kind of fell out of everything. So it was like
Third act.
Yeah,
you said the first two were good.
First two they had me, and then by the third act I was kind of like, oh man, like, so yeah. What did someone's talking about?
Is it as bad as Iron Man 3?
No,
I might.
No, I don't. I didn't think so because at least the first two
is it better or worse than Thor: Dark World?
Oh yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
Oh,
no, you had the best. Nate, that was Iron Man 3. That's like that was the good one to judge the low end of the spectrum.
Right.
I'm just taking it like 1 or 2 steps up.
That's like one more tier up.
Yeah.
Is it that bad, Cheney?
It's
like in general. Is that where it lies in the whole MCU?
Not at all. Let me read this super chat from Jesse Lewis because I totally missed it.
No, if it's from Jesse Lewis, don't read it because
says Billy Moon is in the house. Glad to see you and everyone else. I love this community. Why would you not read that? That's such a nice message, Adam.
Jesse is really nice.
You're so
to everyone
mean.
Except me.
No, not Jesse Lewis.
Just me. He calls me on the phone and berates me.
You see these amazing like pictures of him like catching fish and stuff. Yeah. Playing Jurassic Park video games. Like, how can you say these horrible things about this sweet man? Like,
I don't say horrible things about him. He says horrible things about me, which are probably all factual. So it's fine.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've like watched like the older MCU movies, so it's like it's kind of hard to gauge, but the best I can say fresh out of the movie is like first 2 acts I was into it, and then the third act like it like hit, there was like a certain point when something happened and I just kind of like, all right, is this over now? Cuz
yikes.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And then I was like, okay, there is an after credit scene. I was like, I want to see what happens with that. So
yeah.
And
that's why you were late.
I was late.
So was the after credit scene? Yeah.
Huh?
Was the after credit scene worth being late to the show tonight for?
Yes and no. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
I'm going to take that as a no.
It's just the funeral scene from Endgame all over again.
No, you guys will see. You guys will see. It'll I don't know. You'll have to let me know. You'll have to give me your thoughts on it. But, as we do here every week, we talk about our weekly pickups or hauls. You guys have a different name for it.
We do.
Yeah. Your name is, or what you guys call it is?
We call it Plastic Confessions.
Plastic Confessions. It's so
it's time to confess.
It's a deep cut.
Yeah. So since you guys are the guests, we'll start with you guys.
Oh, so
lately,
go ahead and
start.
Yeah, I know. Great. Lately, we've been staying sober from this plastic addiction. So I think I have 2 chips already.
Dang, 2 weeks strong. Huh?
2 weeks strong, right? And right before, I went to go get some food, and then I ended up snagging this on the way in.
Oh, nice.
This
we
thing
have
is huge.
Another very generous super chat from Jesse Lewis. He says, "I love Adam."
Oh, I love you too, Jesse.
See,
everyone should know that I was kidding. Jesse calls me and actually says very nice things to me. Jesse is great.
I just want to snuggle up in his big fluffy beard for a little bit. Just nuzzle in there like a little kitty.
And everyone should go follow Jurassic Jesse if you're not following him already. He has an awesome page. He's an awesome dude.
Yes. All right. So Battle Cat.
Yep, I got Battle Cat. And that's pretty much it. Everything else, it's been like a bunch of pre-orders. You enabled me to get the freaking Cobra Trooper.
I did.
You and I were going back and forth. I was like, nope.
I told you, I said, look, this is the Target one. It's better. It comes with more accessories and the black vest. Like,
yeah,
this is the one you don't want to miss out on. Like, we'll get into all of that a little bit later.
Yeah. It was good. I had some Target reward points. I think I only ended up spending like $3 on them, so that was all worth it. So yeah, that was my 2 Target hauls. So I have to turn in my chip at the end of the week.
And you, Nate?
My haul is actually courtesy of Prime. So if you guys listen to the figure booth, you know that I have a real obsession with amazing Yamaguchi figures right now.
Nice. It's a good exception to have.
Yeah, I mean, I got that Joker, and then I got Harley, and then I started picking up more and more, and I just can't stop myself now. So Prime was getting rid of the Iron Man and War Machine, so I picked up those two, and they're pretty awesome. I'm trying to do the hand thing. Should I do my hand down like this, Cheney?
Yes, absolutely.
That's perfect. Yeah.
That's the only way to do it.
Yes.
That's
Nate.
That's
Nate has won this episode already. Like,
nice.
What? Oh,
Yes.
come on, Adam. That's crazy.
And War Machine.
That War Machine was so tempting.
Let me block you.
All of
didn't
it like
pick
I
it up,
see it,
but-
Prime. Come on.
It's so cool. But yeah, I love these Gucci's, man. I'm a huge fan. I'm super addicted to the line. The Iron Man War Machine are cool. They have a lot of extra parts that takes some getting used to.
Mm-hmm. It's
You
kind
know,
of like
because
a
you get that-
Lego.
Yeah,
Fiddly.
right. You get the pose right, and then you're like, okay, I want to add a bunch of
Yeah.
pieces on, and then it just screws up the pose. So you have to kind of do it all over again.
Yeah, I found if you go limb by limb, so you're like, all right, I'm going to put these on this arm, and then, okay, that's good. And then that seems to be the easiest way to do it for me, at least. Because I tried like getting...
They're nice looking toys, but they are not fun toys to play with. I think that they photograph amazingly well. And like Cheney knows my relationship with everything Revoltech.
Adam is not a member of the Gucci gang, so...
I mean, the amount of stuff that I've bought and money I've spent on, I should be a member of the gang.
I think it's definitely one of those toy lines you either love or hate.
I have a mix.
They can be really frustrating at times, but once you get that pose, you can't replicate that with really any other figure.
Yeah.
And they can, move unlike anything else. So yeah, it just takes a little bit of patience. But for me, I enjoy the posing, so I'll just sit there and practice with them all day long until I get something that I like. And then that maybe inspires a shot too. You know, like, hey, I got a pose I really like. Let me go take a shot of this.
Mm-hmm. And now you've broken the hashtag Gucci gang, because now you're seeing Yamaguchi's associated with the Gucci gang hashtag.
Nice.
It's
Right.
so funny.
Nice.
Keep using that hashtag, everyone.
Yeah.
please.
The Wrestling Hound says he loves you, Nate.
I love you too, Wrestling Hound.
Yes, we love the Wrestling Hound here. All right. Let's, you know what? I'll let Adam go first this time.
Oh, you're going to let me go? I'm arguing with Jay's Figs in chat about, he's saying that I'm crazy and that Deku is amazing. And I was agreeing. Deku
is amazing. Yeah.
Deku was in my top 10 figures of last year.
Mhm.
Like, you guys remember that. Like, it was like, that was a big deal for me to put him in top 10. Bakugo frustrates the heck out of me because he's just like, he does that thing where it's like he comes apart while you're playing, like while you're posing him.
Yeah.
The shoulder things are coming off. No matter what, even if you pop the little sleeved forearm piece off and just put the grenade forearms on, those things still come off, and it's like he's just,
I don't know what you're
all of
talking
his
about.
explosions.
Mine doesn't do that.
Okay, maybe I just got a bad one.
And he's
then.
like, nope, that's not.
I think
valid.
I bought one off of you, Cheney. So you shipped me a
This
lemon
one is
knockoff.
just not
He gave
going
you
to
the KO.
work.
Yeah,
this
it was
is
a
not gonna
knockoff.
work,
It's like,
so-
thanks.
yeah, a knockoff the week it came out. Man, those guys are awesome.
Yep, it's really
fair, I think-
fast.
Yamaguchi went through like a weird transition point where you saw like the Spider-Man, the Venom, the Spider-Gwen. Those were a little iffy. Maybe
Oh, the Spider-Gwen was
you know.
money. Spider-Gwen was money. The
Okay,
Venom,
well-
on the other hand, though, was...
Venom. Yeah.
Yeah, they could. They were very gappy at some points and just hard to pose. And then I got that Deku, and I agree. Deku's one of the best ones that I have. I don't have Bakugo yet. He's in my HLJ private warehouse right now, waiting to ship. But I got Deathstroke. He's a little bit more complicated, maybe.
It's an older one, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
but I
is
really
the
like
one that
Deku.
changed the game for me. The engineering on this figure alone.
That was the one you brought. You brought that into Gentle Giant when you came for the tour to convince me. And I honestly, if I cared at all about that costume, I would have tracked that down because it is a very nice figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have that same Harley, but it's the blonde hair version with the pink and blue tips on the hair.
Yeah, this is the blonde hair.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Well, I swapped the head, so it's confusing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say she doesn't have the same outfit, but
yeah.
it's the same head.
I had to get that one when it came out because I was like, oh yeah, I got to do that because they got close to, or that's fairly close to a costume that she was wearing in I think it's the George Jimenez run that he did on Batman, the one where the Joker, I think it was, what was it? The Joker was running around in like a Joker Batman suit, and it was pretty crazy. It was the one with Punchline in it too. That's what we need next. We need a Punchline figure.
It looks like the Batman New 52 look too. That red and black, kind of the roller derby look.
Heck yeah! All right, Adam, what'd you get, Captain?
All right. First things first is I got a box in from our very own 80s baby. Dario sent me some stuff. He is a lovely human being. He knew I needed this guy for a custom. So we'll see if I ever finish it. But I know Dario was army building, vehicle building the motorcycles. Like he just loves the motorcycles. And I was like, hey, if you have an extra Punisher, you use one for a custom. And then like he started, I guess, an Atom pile of loot. And so he sent me this. And then I don't know if he came, like it was random. It came up in conversation. And I was like, yeah, no, I really wanted the Origins Trapjaw. And he was like, yeah, I have an extra one. So I got this guy. Spoiler warning for the end of this year. This figure might be in my top 10 of 2021. And it's like, I know that's bonkers. Like, it's like, I love this thing. I literally love this figure so much. And it's like very much nostalgia reasons. It's Trapjaw. He looks like old school Trapjaw. And he's got modern-ish articulation. Yeah. So it's like, to me, this thing is just like a beautiful childhood dream come to life. I could go on and on, but everyone in chat will make fun of me.
I think nostalgia is a big part of why I like certain figures, you know. So I don't think that's totally crazy to hear that.
Like, I know
Nate's like,
Cheney wasn't even going to buy the Origins figures, and he's bought a ton of them.
I have almost all of them. Yeah, I don't know.
So then Dario also, I think he was going to do something nice and try to give this away. And I was like, oh, I really wanted that figure. So this is SH Figuarts Boba Fett. I had not grabbed this one because I already had the Mafex figure. And I was like, the Mafex is the perfect Boba Fett. But I'd see people's pictures of this one. And everyone's worried about the Mafex one breaking. And it's like me included. Mine has never broken, but I am like, I'm like afraid to play with it. Meanwhile, Figuarts in general, like, are usually a little bit more sturdy. And like, I kept seeing pictures of it and I was like, I really want that thing. So Dario, you're the best. I love you. I also opened up, I got my pile of loot last week and I've been slowly opening things off of the depression pile. I have the Mastermind Creations reformatted Optus Plexus or something. It's Optimus Prime IDW run.
Oh, nice.
This figure is great. I mean, like he's got individual finger joints, ab crunch. So really cool figure. So watch the Amazing's review if you're interested in this thing, because like it's fantastic.
Better? That or the Berserker armor?
I mean, like they're two different price points. But the Berserker armor guts, which we're going to talk about, like the exclusive version that's coming up too, right?
Shout out to Cat
I think
Lives.
I need that again.
He said that the Toying Around sent him over, the Butter Baron himself. So welcome.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to the show, nice. Cap Lives. Thanks for hopping in.
I was going to say the paint apps on that Optimus look really clean. I like the metallic they went with.
Mastermind Creations in general, the quality of like their Transformer. I was actually just talking to someone at work today about the Hasbro Transformers and like the Studio Series Dinobots is what we were talking about. And I'm like, yeah, they're cool. Like I got some of the Studio Series stuff, but it's still Hasbro at the end of the day. And it's like, it's a much cheaper Transformer. And like, I've turned into a Transformers snob. So I'm like Masterpiece and then third party for Transformers because like I want the articulation. Yep. I want the like high quality. I don't want the kibble or like the hollow bits.
Yeah,
it's just not for me. Like it, and that's not to say that Hasbro's not doing a much better job. Like the stuff looks way better than it did in the past.
Yeah.
It's just I've sworn it off.
I have the Toys Alliance Optimus. I can't pick up any other Transformer.
That's the non-transforming one. I love that thing.
I have him and Megatron, and that's it. Like, what else do you need?
Oh, the
I have
Baron
like
is
so
in
many
the house.
non-transforming Transformers too. Acid Rain robot.
Nice.
Solid.
Then I got in from Ami, the Goku with
how is it? Do you love it? Is it
That's the other way.
No,
Adam.
you
You gotta put your hand.
the other way.
Sorry, yeah, guys. Here you go. It's still not like my light's too bright in here. But I love this head, which is the powered up happy head. You know, like that was the main draw, other than the updated body for this figure. Okay. And then finally, last but not least, Dork Side.
No, and then.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Mando
already.
Guys
How is Timber?
Timber is fantastic. This is worth the price of admission alone.
Okay.
This is
Timber, Nate. Timber.
Yeah.
Timber Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Snake Eyes?
Wolf.
No. Did he say dog? He said dog.
I was asking him, like, what's the dog? What's the G.I. Joe with the dog? Like, he's like, Timber. I'm like, no, that's the wolf. He's all Snake Eyes. I'm like, no, what's the G.I. Joe with the dog? And he's like, Snake Eyes. No.
Said it over and over again until he
I was
said,
like,
yes,
G.I.
that's
Joe
right.
with the dog. And he's like, Snake Eyes?
Yeah,
I was
Snake
like,
Eyes. Yeah,
Hey, I don't know G.I. Joe, right?
Mutton Junkyard? Is that
yeah, but he
There
comes
you
like,
go.
Yeah, that's
he looks
what-
it up and
Stanley
he's like,
R.
yeah, he's like Stanley R. And I was like, what? Stanley
That's his real
R.
name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that doesn't sound like a Joe name. Was that the dog's name? I was dying. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that was too funny.
Don't ask me Joe's questions.
Right.
You were so quick to answer too. You're like, Snake Eyes. The guy with the dog, Snake
It
Eyes.
only
one I
took
can
me
think
half
of.
an hour, guys.
What's going on, Nasser? Thanks for stopping by.
No, that Timber is one of the reasons why I'm considering that set, actually, because it
Yeah.
looks really cool. Lots of articulation.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Do his
I
paws
think-
articulate too?
Yeah, the paw, like
Nice.
the paw, like he's got in his front legs alone, shoulder, elbow.
Lift it
And
higher.
then-
I can't see. Lift it
He's
higher.
got
I can't see.
Does the mouth
Yeah.
articulate too?
Yeah.
No, he's just got two different heads.
Oh,
Swappable.
that's
That's cool. It comes with two heads, though.
Yeah,
Multiple
that's
heads.
cool.
But like, there's a joint down here, here, and up here. So it's like, I was talking to Beardy at work about this today, where it's like it's almost over articulated.
Yeah.
Like, I that's weird for me to say. It's
Adam,
like
yeah.
I am like an
You don't-
articulation
you-
junkie.
You don't know what you want.
Well,
You
like
just
it
don't
is, it
ever
has
know
the
what-
exact amount of articulation it should have,
Right.
but it's to the point where it's like it's almost like a Revoltech figure or something.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have to fiddle with it like for 4 limbs in
That's
order
cool.
to get it into a good, convincing pose. But once you do,
I would rather
Yeah.
have the articulation
Oh,
there
agreed.
to go, okay, let's get it all lined up, than not, and just go, the arm, just the leg goes.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
all I get.
Or it's already pre-posed, like Toddy Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm 100% agreeing. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like it's
That's cool though.
it's a good problem to
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
because this
Yeah,
thing
sure.
is definitely the star of the set. Like it's
That's
like
awesome.
this Snake Eyes to me, like it's like I have this figure already.
Yeah,
This
that's Stanley.
each head with a different head on it. So it's like
Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley R, by the way.
Exactly.
Get it right, Prime.
Sorry.
All right. So
Amy, what'd you get?
Let's see here. So first off, my wife was at, where was it, Ross the other day. She sent me this picture and she's like, hey, did you want one of these? And I was like, oh my God, yes, please. And so she's like, all right, I'll pick it up. So I got,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
A Buddha.
That's
Could be,
crazy cool.
Are you gonna do a big Street Fighter setup or something?
The thing about it though is, like, you know, this is like dedicated to Sagat's level, where this
Yeah.
is it's not the same exact thing. It's close,
That-
but
That's pretty cool.
yeah. So
I have one. It's so funny. I picked one up
Oh, nice.
That is random that you both.
Hey,
that's
that.
what the weird guys.
See?
Yeah, that's
Josh's
very
think
random.
alike. So
yeah, and we also have the same.
Yeah.
So I wanted to thank my
Josh
wonderful wife.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
obviously that
You're the
Cheney
best.
wins because his is bigger. So
Enabled by the wife. I like that.
Yeah. So that was very awesome and cool of her to do that.
sweet.
And then the generosity didn't stop there because Toy Box of Doom was at Target and he saw the new redeco or the newer redeco roadblock
Yeah.
that's with the colors toned down.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Do you want that?" And I was like, "Absolutely." So
That's cool.
I PayPal'd him the funds for it. He sent it to me. Thank you so much, sir. You are the best. And I was at, I think it was Walmart. I stopped by Walmart over the weekend, and they had these
Oh wow.
little Power Ranger. I don't know, what are they? Gorilla birds? I don't know. I don't
ordered
Power
that
Ranger.
thing from on Amazon like a year ago, and it still hasn't shipped. Yet you have one, and you don't even know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Heard
Amazon. It's Jeff
Amazon's
Bezos.
been really late lately and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they pushed all of my Ursa Major Wave back to like I think October or something. So stop crying at him because you have that and I don't. But yeah, I think I might repaint this guy, like paint the purple and stuff, and like maybe make something kind of different. I guess I don't know. It's a really nice figure. The articulation on it is killer. Everything moves really well. It's got an articulated beak.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Like.
For being a $20 figure, I mean that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, you can move him like all over, man. Like,
oh wow,
and he comes with like different little wing pieces. So he comes with larger wing pieces you could pop on, and yeah, no, it's like it gets like really good range. So these guys are cool, man.
Wow, look at that ab crunch.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. You get single hinge elbows, but they, it's not too bad.
That's not too bad with everything else it's got going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys see these, I would highly recommend picking them up. They're neat. I don't even know what they are, but I like it, man. And then I had another little discovery. So I'm standing there in Target and I'm looking at this Future Trunks, right? And this is a smaller scale. I think it's like a 5-inch scale or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And this is a $10 Dragon Ball figure. But the articulation on this guy is awesome for $10. Like, so you get the sword and it comes out, but you get all kinds of like, there's like a shoulder like butterfly joint kind of in there that you can move.
Bandai US stuff, is that the same as the One Piece figures that I bought?
No, this is much better than that. No. The only thing that bugs me is it does kind of pop apart easily, but for $10,
yeah, I mean at $10,
it's a solid dude. It's got like ankle pivot. It's got, let's see, how far can we get him? He's got 2 different joints for like ab crunch and waist, and I just had a lot of fun with it. I was like, $10? Okay, why not? Like, so yeah, it's called Dragon Ball Evolve is what it is, and it's like on a card with like a blister on there and whatnot. So here's kind of a, oh wait.
There you go. Hand down. Yeah. Was that located in the same section that you find the other?
It was
Bandai?
by like all the NECA stuff. So like the NECA and like they had the model kits there. They had the pops and all that stuff. And they're like on a card. They have a Frieza one, a golden Frieza that looks really nice too. So, I mean, if you're not doing the SHF stuff, and this is like these are awesome, man, really awesome.
I kind of love how Target keeps adding new figures to that, quote unquote NECA section. Mm-hmm. It seems like it gets filled out more and more with other stuff that you don't expect.
Yeah,
I'm always surprised. All right, and then last but not least here, I got the Buzz mod. What's his name, Adam? Since you have different names for all these guys.
Annoying crying guy.
Annoying crying guy. Okay, you got it.
There was I think there was in the Discord. There's a curse word inserted into there too. But,
okay.
Annoying crying guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't had too much time to really tinker with this one, but it's nice. He's like Tanjiro, so it's all good. What's Tanjiro's name, Adam?
Plaid shirt guy.
Yeah, plaid shirt guy. Even though it's checkers, I don't know how he comes up with these amazing names.
It's cool. It works.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
So, yeah, that's about it for me. Big shout out to Toy Box of Doom for helping me out with Roadblock. Huge shout out to my wife. She's always awesome. I love her, so it's all good. Yeah, I think that about wraps that up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Solid haul.
Yeah. It was a fairly decent week. Gotta say, I had a hard time putting this guy down though. I'm like, man, I want to paint him and do stuff with this.
Yeah. I picked up that Sphinx when Amazon Prime had their sale.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I had already known that he's a pretty solid figure.
Mm-hmm.
But for $9, like, you can't pass that up.
That got ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, and give him a good paint, good wash and some minor painting here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at least capable of doing that. I think I can give myself credit for doing that.
Yeah, I think I could paint that guy different tones of black and make it look cool. So
if I can paint an arcade, I can probably paint a figure.
Yeah, man, just break out the Sharpies. You'll get there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Don't ask me to paint your figures.
No, I'm not.
Toy Farce want to know what you named Nezuko again, Adam.
Is that plaid shirt guy?
No.
Nezuko's the demon's sister.
Why did you say it like that?
Yeah, I just don't remember what. I think like at one point, like there was a fan casting thing, and I said that she was hot, and that was weird. But
yeah, everyone was like, "Why are you saying that?"
Yeah,
gross, Adam.
Yeah, I don't remember. People have join the Discord.
Yeah,
go find it.
Yeah, big shout out to the Discord. Actually, like in no other place, like am I able to?
Toy Farce got it. It's I refer to her as referred to her as like ball gag or bamboo gag.
I think it was bamboo gag girl. Yeah, I think that's what
bamboo gag girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
No, it's really bad.
Yeah, maybe that should have just stayed in the Discord. Actually, okay, cool, guys.
Yeah, no. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. Those guys are, they're doing their toy talks every Monday and Wednesday, and no other place can I hop on my commute to work and talk toys with people around the world. Like on my way to work, like it's amazing. Like the Chombo was in there, D Rasper was in there, Toy Farce is in there every once in a while, and like
I'm pretty sure D Rasper was in there for 48 hours straight because he
left his phone on,
and it was just like that's it.
Yeah,
D Rasper's hanging out in there.
Yeah, so that's always a lot of fun, man, and shout out to those guys for making that an awesome place to go hang out for sure. But let's go ahead and move forward here and let's talk about this G.I. Joe thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
So initially it's, Target came out with the announcement like, hey, you're going to be able to get Joe's. Just go to our site. It's going to be good. Don't worry. We got you. We're going to release what we have left and yada, yada, yada. And so the time comes for these...
Hey, Cheney.
Yeah.
I'm interrupting because we got like live leak stuff. Can you go to Yak Face's Instagram?
Okay.
They just posted like literally
breaking news. Let's go.
8 minutes ago. Yak Face is posting it, not us, but it's possibly a PulseCon Black Series leak, and it's a Cantina set.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Well, Adam, I don't collect Black Series anymore. What the heck?
I think you might make a change for these because they all look like they have double jointed knees at the very. Yeah.
Nah, I'm out. I quit.
And
Comes
there's
with
a
that cantina, man.
There's a cantina set. Like, so there's props.
I told you I'm out. Stop trying to. I'm living this sober Black Series life.
He's trying to earn his token, man.
Yeah. I'm like,
I mean, for that cantina set, I'm in.
I'm probably a good like maybe month in now. Like I'm like, all right, cool. I'm finally getting my life back together. I've got a job now. You know, I'm doing things with my life, and now you're showing me pictures of this stuff, trying to pull me back in. Hey, man, this is good. You need it.
I mean, isn't it?
It is really nice looking.
Wow.
Like, but this is, I mean, you get a new, like, yeah, it's a re-release of Obi-Wan, but he's got, you know, the face printing and stuff.
All right,
so he looks.
How many times has this Obi-Wan been released now then?
Yeah, but you could only I might be wrong because there might have been an archive version that I'm not remembering, but I think that you had to get the vintage Kenner style Obi-Wan that had the nice face print on the head in order to head swap it onto a traditional Obi-Wan body. So this is a nicer Obi-Wan.
But how many times has this been released though? That's what I'm asking. Like, how many times have they sold us Obi-Wan now?
3, 4?
Oh,
right?
It's over 4. It's got to be over 4. Because
you get Ponda Baba and what's his name, Dr. Ezavon.
Ezavon, is that what we're gonna call him, Ezavon?
I don't know. Let's go with whatever is the right thing.
Papa Schmitty says that arm better rip off.
Yeah.
Should pop off, yeah.
There absolutely should be at least a swappable arm chopped off piece for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this looks dope, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're talking about leaks, and that's not nice. We should have waited and let the Hasbro Star Wars team unveil this themselves. But hey, it's on Instagram, and everyone's gonna be talking about it anyway. So this looks great, media. And I will definitely try to buy it.
Yeah, looks cool.
I, on the other hand, will pass. I'm trying to go cold turkey. I'm trying to go clean Black Series. I'm sticking to it.
I don't collect Black Series, but I like that cantina enough where I would pick that up.
Yeah. You're like, I can make that work somewhere.
I could use that for a toy shop.
Yeah, that bar looks so cool.
Yeah,
it looks that's
really
not
cool.
That's not cardboard, guys. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay! Not cardboard.
It's just an image on the card, though. That's going to be the swap now.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought it was a cantina? It's just an image, guys.
It's a bait and switch, and it's literally that's just a printed piece of cardboard behind them. Damn it!
It's like the Thanos' throne. Just
just like Thanos' throne.
Just a picture. You just place them on.
Just be all, see, Adam, I told you.
I mean, I would feel super stupid. So you would win that battle.
I always win that battle.
I wonder what the price will be on that. People are saying that's $100 easy.
Oh yeah, if not 120. Yeah, 120.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And then with the price hike now, I wouldn't be surprised to see 140, 150, honestly.
No, gross. Stop it.
Dang.
Do you see how much they were charging for the G.I. Joes today on Pulse?
Was it? I didn't buy them on Pulse. I got Target.
Apparently they were on sale for 22, but the regular price was 30.
What?
30?
Yeah, that's crazy. For the Target Trooper. That's what that's what they were saying. It was on sale.
Like that new Venom is $35. That's a lot for a legend.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially it's not like a build-a-figure. He's not really deluxe either.
No.
You know,
and it's not complete. Like
2 hands.
Yeah. I think we're probably they're probably charging up for probably some of that box, but because I know they do that with those fan channel ones like Doom and the Hulks and stuff like that. So I don't know. But let's get back on track here. Let's talk about what happened with Target and G.I. Joe.
Yes.
The announcement went out. Everybody was ready. All right, let's do this. Let's order these. Let's finally get our hands on these GI Joes that we've been pining for forever. People that had missed out. All right, I finally get my chance. So everybody logs in and nothing's happening. Can't add to cart. Yep. What's going on? So everybody pretty much gives up. Everybody's like, whatever. Like, I didn't hear, like, on the drop. Did you guys hear, like, I think it was 6 our time on the drop. Did you hear that anyone was able to secure any at all?
6 was today's drop. Yesterday's drop was later.
No. Today was later yesterday because the what is it, the time zone was it said it was like a 2-hour difference from Pacific. So it was 6 a.m. Because I was sitting on my phone at work, like, and people are asking me things. I'm like, just give me a minute.
I have to buy G.I.
I'm busy right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the episode of They're Not Dolls where they dropped during the show?
Everyone went completely quiet. We're just like, it's trying to get some Joes. So, yeah, I because I was checking in the Discord, I was asking people, and no one was able to get anything. But then 3 hours later, people were like, hey, I got a trooper, and I got this, or Firefly, I got Beachhead. So that was good, man. That was good to hear. That was, it seems like almost, everybody has been able to get their order in at least. And these are, one per person. People have tried to order multiples. It automatically, cancels the order if you do that. So what was your guys' experience with it? Did you guys get up early yesterday and try to hop on there, or?
I didn't.
I'm not a Joe's
this
guy,
guy's
so
not.
I didn't.
This guy thinks they're all named Stanley, so he's not gonna.
Stanley R. Damn it!
All right, Stanley R. No, but I saw it because
none of them came with wolves.
Yeah, none of them came with a dog or a wolf.
I'm out.
My phone was going off the hook, and I mean I have most of what I need for my collection, and I think a couple people sent me the link, and I know Trini, you sent me the link, and we're going back and forth. And I had it in my cart, but that whole time I was going back and forth because all I needed really was a trooper. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with one more trooper? I was telling you, it's gonna mess up my numbers. I have 6 troopers already.
Mm-hmm.
I can't end up with 7. I want the, that whole OCD type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very subtle flex, Prime.
So I told him, I said, what you need to do is have your wife log in her account and get one. That way you get 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah. And
I was like, all right, Chinny, you convinced me.
Yeah.
My kid got a Target account. My other kid got a Target account. Everybody's getting Target accounts. I was setting up all my Targets, just picking them up.
You're like Oprah. You're like, look under your chair because you just got a Target account.
Yeah. Geeky Fresh says he got a Viper. What is that? Oh, Bombs Guy, Beachhead, Firefly, and Beachhead. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, no, it seems like, it seems like that they were able to make it right. No one was able to get Vipers and Baroness yesterday. That was today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Were you guys able to get yours today? Were you able to get Vipers today?
I didn't even try for Vipers.
GI Joes. It wasn't Stanley.
It wasn't Stanley R. I didn't get any Vipers because they limit you only to 1. If there would have been like a 3 per limit or something, I probably would have got some. And fortunate for me, I already have a Baroness. So
yeah, I didn't try for Baroness either. I'm good on Baroness. I hunted forever. Me and Ernie were out on the streets hard hunting for Baroness. We waited for 2 hours for them to pull that thing off the truck because they're like, "Oh, just come back later. It's fine." And it's like, "No, we're gonna stand right here. We're gonna wait."
I don't know. That's dedication. I can't do that.
Well, we wouldn't have got it if we didn't. It was a Saturday morning, I think, and it was like, nah, I ain't got nothing to do for 2 hours, so I'll wait here.
Yeah, no, that's dedication.
And then the time I got the Viper, the chick working there, she was trying to shake us too, and it was just like, no, I'll wait till you bring it out. I'm just gonna wait because
throw on the red Target vest and make your way back there.
No, just wait. And the manager came around and he was like, "Hey, what are you guys waiting for? For them to bring the GI Joes out?"
Yeah.
And then the lady came out all visibly upset. She wasn't having that because they were going for over $100 on eBay.
Yeah.
It was like the street date. So
yeah,
I think she had it in her head that she was going to scoop up that box of 6 and get a little bonus for the new year, but we thwarted those plans.
You rained on her parade.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, even though I don't collect Joes, it's good to see that they are becoming easier to get, because I know that's been a pain point for anybody that collects that line.
Mm-hmm.
Just really hard to get your hands on. I know a couple of weeks ago they did barbecue and breaker, and that was on Target and very easy to get.
Yeah.
So it's good to see we're starting to see that kind of change.
Yeah. And it looks like they're trying to make it right. So like they put all the stuff up on Target, and then if you were a Pulse Premium member, you're able to hop on today and buy those as well on Pulse Premium. So, so that's awesome.
Yeah, and they did the same thing with Blood. After all the commotion, he was pretty easy to get. Even at my Target, it was for pickup, like for at least a couple of days, almost for a full week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I was telling the guys in the Discord, I think last night or the other night, I was like, that there's no reason why those Joes shouldn't be like, you shouldn't walk in and see a peg full of them at all times. If they're Target exclusive to Target only, it should be you walk in and they're there. Like, you don't have
I took a picture today at my Target in Burbank, and Burbank is it's a dead zone, but they had the repaint
tumbleweeds going through.
Yeah, usually, but they had Roadblock, Scarlet, and Dartan on the pegs.
That's crazy.
I was like,
that's awesome.
Like literally the first time I've seen multiple Joes on pegs there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's what brought it up is we were talking about some of the He-Man stuff, like the new He-Man stuff. And I'm like, a lot of people are running out to get that new He-Man stuff. I'm like, if you look at the Origins line, you're going to be able to find this new Revelation stuff. It's Mattel seems.
What are you talking about? Because my Target, the same one I'm talking about, I swear that the Origins line is only He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's all they have. They have like 300 He-Man and like 295 Skeletors.
But you know what? You could still walk in there and see them, though. You know what I mean? Like if you decided right now, I gotta leave. I'm gonna jump out of the. I gotta go to Target. You go to that Target. You want to get that He-Man and Skeletor? They're there.
Yeah, all year long.
Yeah.
Never running out.
Yeah. And that's what needs to be happening with these Joes at Target, these Cobra Island ones. Like it should be, like they've got the what's the girl from Shang-Chi? She's just peg warming like crazy
all over the place.
80.
Yeah,
I think I think I saw it from MC Collector that she's on sale now,
like $9.
Yeah, it just went on clearance.
Should be $5. I was tripping over her when I went to my Target. That's all they have is her all over the pegs.
Yeah, we should see, pegs full of just, Cobra Troopers and Baroness just stacked on the shelves, Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's good to see that they've taken initiative and they're trying to make it right. It looks like they're trying to make it right, at least. I could be wrong. They could be like, screw them, but who knows,
I mean, it's Hasbro after all. I mean, these guys pump out wave after wave every single week. So the fact that they have a hard time supplying Joe's
surprising,
figures,
right?
It's just really surprising to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they're trying to create. I mean, I've talked about this on the figure booth before, but I feel like when it first started coming out, it's almost like they're trying to create this artificial hype.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, hey, look how hard these are to get.
Yeah.
It's creating all this want for people like just rushing out to go get it. But now it's like, okay, well, let's increase supply. Now the word's out there, now that people really want it, let's start increasing that supply.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it was
like evil marketing.
Yeah.
There's my conspiracy theory for the day.
Yeah. It's just Cobra Commander working at Target in the black and red and gold.
Excellent.
Yes.
You will create artificial want.
Yes. Create the artificial demand. right. Let's see, Adam. Do you have any questions for these gentlemen?
Well, I already asked Prime if he does anything besides the arcades.
Okay.
Nate, I actually wanted to talk about some of Nate's photography because
you mean his dirty tricks.
He's got some awesome photos. So I would love if we could pull up.
You want me to bring it up? Okay.
And maybe, show off some of your more recent stuff. Or Nate, if you want us to pull up specific pictures and just tell us a little bit about your process, like how you decide what you're going to photograph and a little bit of that stuff would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. And thank you for the kind words on the pictures, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you dropped some names earlier about the guys that have been around forever, the
Joe Malone,
Jay Malone, and D Amazing stuff. And I think I've been following you for a while now, and I'm a big fan of your photos. So
thanks really a lot. It means a lot. And shout out to anybody in the chat. I mean, I know there's a lot of people in that are really supportive of me as well. I really appreciate you guys. I see all of that. It means a ton to me to get that kind of feedback. It's really a labor of love for me. So to get that kind of reception on my photos is it really means a lot.
All right. Let's see here. What do we got? You got any favorites here, Adam, that you want to talk about, that you want to bring up?
I can't see what you're pulling up on your screen yet, so now you're going to make me do homework.
Oh,
I'm watching on the stream, so I'm watching you.
Mario's. We just need to put Mario on timeout. Mario says, talk about the Batman Crime Alley shot. Listen to this week's episode.
Yeah,
Mario.
this week's episode we go into extreme detail.
Oh,
the one that you just posted today or yesterday.
With the vapor?
A vapor surrounded by all the gear and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love that picture. That's a beautiful picture that showcases a lot of stuff he comes with, and then you have some really cool other props in there as well.
Yeah, that's actually I got that idea from the scene in Suicide Squad where Joker's laying around all the knives. And I had done a Gomez shot actually earlier this year, kind of the same concept. And it's kind of like my new thing. I guess it's just an idea that I had with Vapor. It's a great way to show off those accessories. I just had the idea to do that with Vapor and just tried to place as much stuff in there as I could. A few other props that I'd placed in there. You can see a couple of comics from Prime, that Saga comic. I had to give a shout out to Saga. I don't feel like that comic gets enough love, but if anybody has not read Saga, you really need to check it out. I love that series.
Right there with you. Saga is fantastic. I am guilty, Nate, of having bought all of the McFarlane figures that he made from Saga, and it's like.
I think the bigger question is, what figures don't you buy, Adam?
Well, Skybound had some really cool ones that were SDCC exclusives. I bought some of those as well. Because when are you ever going to see Saga figures, right?
Yeah.
Never. So the fact that they issued some of those out was really cool. But yeah, I just threw in a bunch of random props that I thought would go well with him, like that old school skateboard. I could see Vapor riding that around.
Yeah.
And then the Gomez radio from the Hazard Squad commander.
Yeah, that radio is awesome. I
love that radio. I love how it's kind of like a vintage style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I didn't pick that up, but I definitely like that for sure.
Yeah, Hazard Squad's probably one of my favorite Gomez. It's just very unique style. I know it's another Gomez. People are like, oh yeah, it's great. It's another Gomez, but it's probably one of the most unique ones, at least in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Just as far as the stuff that it comes with and kind of the whole aesthetic. But yeah, I mean, that one was really fun. And I used there's a Dio that came with the collector's edition of Arkham Origins. Everybody asked me where I got that Dio from. You can't see it very well in that photo, but if you look at the BTS, there's actually a picture of, and it's like a TV wall. I use it all the time, but in this picture, I just basically used the floor and then shot it from top down.
That rug really brings the room together.
Yeah. JPig says that picture looks familiar. Yeah, I did post a picture like that back in February of Gomez. Yeah. So I kind of stole the same idea and did it again with Vapor.
Well, you know what? Sometimes when you do that, I've done that myself before where it's just you have this idea and you're like, you know what? I executed it before, but maybe I can kind of bring bring a new kind of flavor to it this time.
It's like a recipe.
Yeah, like
if the recipe works, just add a different little spice and same result.
And I think a lot of this too is like the angle on it. The angle is what makes it fun and different, because so many times when you're taking a shot, it's you're kind of like straight ahead or coming from down below, or it's very rare that you see shots from straight above. Like and it's because it's kind of a hard thing to pull off.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you definitely need a tripod to do something like that, just so you can get high enough off the ground and keep it steady. Because if you try to do that freehand, it's going to be really hard to get it straight without having some kind of weird angle in there, You
got to have a tripod regardless, man. Just because, like, your body moves more than you think. Like, you've got, especially if you're trying to take a nice, crisp picture, like, you need a tripod to hold it still or something to hold the camera still in place without you touching it. Because, you've got your heartbeat or your breathing or whatever, or it could depend on what kind of position you're in. Like, you're going to be moving around. So it's something that you want, I've got this little like wired remote for mine, and I've got mine on a tripod. So I'll just, stand back and look and hit the little remote. So that way I'm not touching anything with the camera.
Yeah. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, man. I actually put mine on a timer. So I'll hit the timer button and then let it go, because I've noticed if I try to do freehand sometimes, just the pressure of me pressing the button moves it just enough to make it a little bit blurry, and that drives me nuts. So I have to go back and try it again. But the fact that D Amazing does all this stuff freehand just blows my mind, because I don't know how he keeps it so stable all the time with all of his crazy angles.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I definitely recommend a good tripod, something that has like a swivel head, Don't go cheap on tripods, because you get what you pay for with those.
This is true. This is very true.
And it seems like this year you've done more like BTS stuff on your pictures. Yeah,
trying to do that more and more.
That's awesome.
I think a lot of people, you just get a lot of questions like, how do you do that? I think a lot of people have a misconception that you have to have this really elaborate setup, these really expensive lights, which is not true at all. For the longest time, I used lamps as just $5 Walmart lamps with very cheap daylight LED bulbs.
Yeah.
You don't need anything fancy. And I recommend like people just to get used to that whole process before they start going like with a Lume Cube or something.
Yeah.
Like I only recently got into Lume Cube probably over the last like year and a half, but for the longest time I wasn't using it because I just didn't feel like it was necessary. But they are amazing products. Like having something
killer, man.
having something small like that to place into a scene, like, something this size that you can kind of just put wherever you want. It's really great for backlighting. Like if you want to, I always recommend doing backlighting, something that kind of backlights the figure because it really accentuates the details from the back. And Lume Cubes are great for that.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Clever.
It's an interesting conversation.
What, Adam?
I know you're pulling up like other pictures, but like the one, since you put me on the spot before, Cheney, like I pulled up Nate's page. One that I loved, like that you posted a little while ago. It looks like back in earlier in June, is the Michelangelo in the float. Now, I love this for a variety of reasons. Like it's like you do have the behind the scenes shot where it's like you did the whole thing in your pool or in a pool. But those floats, I'm assuming, and like I think you probably answered it in the comments a bajillion times, but those are like beer cozy or drink cozy floats for the pool. Like that's genius. I love that.
Yeah, that's you got it right, man. And I have to credit my wife for that. She was actually at the dollar store just kind of shopping around. She sent me a photo. She's like, "Hey, these are cool. Can you use them in a shot?" And I'm like, "Yes, please grab whatever you can find."
Nice. Oh,
that's awesome. Yeah, because those are awesome. That's the good wife.
Yeah. Oh man, she's amazing. She's gotten to the point where she starts to look for little ideas from me, like, "Hey, is this something you might be able to use?" Because she knows I'm addicted to kind of like the props part. But those are great. They come in a bunch of different varieties. I kind of showed a photo. It has like 3 different ones, but there's like a strawberry. There's like the flamingo one. There's the pineapple, which I have Mikey in that shot. But yeah, I just wanted to do something that was more outdoors to kind of celebrate the summer. And yeah, that's in my backyard, just in my pool. I placed Mikey in there and just did that shot freehand, and I was really, really happy with how it came out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, what better way to illustrate that? It's like you just took that in your backyard. There's no loom cubes or special lighting or anything, but it's an awesome shot, and like the use of an existing item as a toy prop, like it's perfect. So cool.
My question is, how hard was it to keep that thing still?
Oh man, that was tough. Yeah, that was a real challenge because with the wind and everything, you can see it just in the BTS. He's already moving a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you kind of push down on him accidentally as you're moving him, that creates a wave and he starts to kind of float away from you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that took some time to get that right and to get him to kind of stay stationary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a little bit more difficult. But you have to be willing to take like maybe 30 or 40 photos before you find one that you really like. And I live in Arizona and it's hot as hell outside. So I did that shot at like 7:30 a.m. just to try to get,
ahead of the heat,
beating the heat. Yeah. Cause if you go out at like 2 p.m.,
no,
there's no way.
Just no. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at 7:30, it was probably like 95, 100 already.
Yeah. It was already like 95 degrees,
Yeah. It gets similar out here. Like it's usually like 90. I think at like 4 a.m. it was like 85 degrees this morning. So I can kind of sympathize, but it doesn't get as hot as it does out there, though. It's another world over there for sure.
It's like living in a convection oven in Arizona.
Yeah.
It's not humid. It's very dry heat, but you feel like you're being basically baked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got out of the theater earlier, and it was 101 out still. And it was just like, oh yeah, my eyes are burning.
It is really hot.
Yeah. No, great job on this, man. Like,
thanks a lot.
I when I did the shot for the thumbnail, I had actually hung the pink skull from like an actual rope to try and get him to hang, but it was just moving so much, so I ended up I'm like, well, you can't see the rope tied to his foot anyway, so I'll just do it with a wire so it won't move.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a great idea for a shot. I love that.
Yeah.
For the thumbnail.
I had to do a Mezco shot if I was going to have you guys on. Like, I felt obligated that, like, okay, if these guys are coming on, it has to be Mezco. Like,
I feel honored that you went to that
awesome.
extent for us.
And luckily, like, in the idea tank in here, I had that idea kind of already, like, kicking around in my head. And I think it came out all right. So.
Yeah.
No, it's a great way to mesh Rumble Society and Batman. Like, because I could totally see that as a potential just villain in Gotham causing chaos, and Batman's there to regulate.
And the cool thing is, like, I've never used that hand before in any shot, but it kind of like translated well because of their kind of like comical personalities from like what we've seen in like the the stop motions and stuff. I was like, this would work. Like, this seems like something that they would do. And Batman's just like, oh gosh. All right.
Yep. Dead on.
Yeah, I think you nailed that for sure.
Enough about me. We're talking about you though. So great Michelangelo shot. I brought up that Batman one earlier because I liked this one. This Batman one was really cool.
The Batman one.
The Batman shot.
The Batman.
Yeah.
There's a couple Batman shots on your page.
Just one or two.
Yeah.
I'm a huge DC fanboy, and Batman is my jam for sure. And I wanted to do something that was really paying respect to the character. I had those Diamond Select Gotham figures. If anybody's wondering, because I've had a few questions, where'd you get that Bruce Wayne from? That's the Diamond Select Bruce Wayne. I actually bought the whole set of those Diamond Select figures a while ago because not only are they cool figs, but the props that they come with are amazing. I think Bruce Wayne comes with like a bookcase. Alfred comes with like a fireplace. Edward Nygma comes with like a desk and a chair. You've got
Catwoman had the fire escape balcony thing.
Yeah, the balcony. And
there were a couple pieces that made an alley. We prototyped those at Gentle Giant. So
you did? Oh, nice.
Adam.
Yep.
Nice. I love those props. I use them all the time. But yeah, those are great figures, not only just for the figures, but for the props too.
Mm-hmm.
So that Bruce Wayne, you just don't see a lot of Bruce Wayne figures. It's pretty rare that you find a kid Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
You can see a lot of adult Bruce Wayne, but not him as a kid. But anyways, I wanted to pay respect to that Murder in Crime Alley scene of the Waynes and kind of how that drove Bruce to become Batman. But kind of getting that whole angle and getting the picture the way that I wanted it took a lot of time. I have to thank Josh, who has disappeared on us. But
he's probably getting another Modelo.
Yeah, I'd sent Josh. Like Josh is kind of like my soundboard a lot of the times for shots.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if you're a toy photographer in any means, you need a friend just to bounce ideas off of. Because I think you get stuck in your own head a lot,
mm-hmm.
where you're like, okay, this is great. This is the way that I want it. And then I'll send it to Josh, and he'll see something that he points out that I didn't even see. And maybe it annoys me a little bit because I'm like, no, I thought I had it. I don't know. I'm not going to listen to you. I thought I had it. But yeah, he pointed out something that I was kind of being blind to. And it was the fact that I had this weird cutoff of Jim Gordon's arm. And I guess there's some kind of science to it where you have to cut off their arms at certain points. He sent me this diagram of a body and I'm like, what the hell is this?
That's
amazing. It's got these green and red lines on it.
And it was so funny because we talked a little bit about it on this episode that we're dropping. But that's the thing, like the dialogue between both of us. Like I was giving him, I don't know. We're on the same page where I can be super direct with him. I'm like, no, dude, like do this.
That's what you want, though. Like
right?
That's honestly
that's exactly
what you want. Like you want someone to go, yeah, no, that's not gonna work, dude. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like
sometimes it's hard love, but I would rather him tell me that than have somebody in the comments be like, why does his arm look so weird?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it. I could have changed that before I posted it,
But on the same note, like kudos to you, Nick, because you didn't take it like and get like offended or you're like, oh, I don't want to listen to you and like shut me out. Like we literally were going back and forth for like half the day. And I was like, dude, I'm about to call you because you're not getting what I'm saying. Either I'm not being clear enough or like I need like let's set that like I'm invested into this picture now. I know what you're doing. But yeah, it was funny. We have like a full blown out conversation. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, because I kind of started that shot sort of straight on as more of like a stair step thing. You got the murder, then you have Bruce, and you got Batman. And I felt like a different angle might sell the idea a little bit more because I didn't want it to look like Batman was just kind of chilling in the background, looking at this kid that had lost his parents. I wanted to make it seem like that was Batman sort of remembering what had happened to him and sort of reminding him, this is why I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Because
if I might recommend one thing that I think would have brought it together, there is you got to add the the fog or the vape smoke in there. That would have just brought the whole
I knew
vaping everywhere.
Yeah, I mean that's
ambiance.
That's a good point though. That's something I don't do enough of is adding in like smoke or rain or things like that. I just don't feel as comfortable with that, but I feel like that's the only way you're going to get vape is by using it more.
Oh, I make sure to use it.
Thing,
and I make sure to use it every shot. So
Cheney is vape in every shot, and then Johnny takes a lot of snow shots because he's got all that money he has cocaine. It's just cocaine that he's throwing around everywhere.
Oh, I thought it was just he had real snow shipped in, and has people standing there. He's all shake the snow. What?
I thought he was just shredding money, like throwing money all over the place.
You know what? That's entirely possible too. Just like.
Like someone said,
grinding legends. He's just grinding plastic all over them.
I'm going to go out and buy a vape. Thanks a lot, Cheney.
Yeah. One habit after another.
Yep.
No, I mean, in place of using a vape, I do use these smoke effects, which I get a lot of questions about.
Yeah. Those are cool.
If anybody's interested,
right?
There's the atmosphere aerosol, but the effects that you can see in that shot kind of in the background are from a guy on Instagram called @Navi, NAVI_TB.
Okay.
I don't think he has an online store or anything, but you could DM him and order, as many of those as you want. His prices are very, very reasonable. They're great. I use them all the time.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a filler.
They look really awesome for sure. Adding those in there definitely like it adds to that illusion or not illusion, but that look you were going for, that, either from what happened with Bruce there, or he's looking back on it. Right. So,
I really pay attention a lot to like the framing and trying to fill out the shot as much as possible. So like once I kind of get the idea that I want, as far as like, okay, this is how I want the figures to look. And then I start looking at the frame or the viewfinder, once I take a shot, like what are things that I can see, or maybe blank spaces, try to fill up that negative space a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I'll put in like maybe a street lamp or a smoke effect, or maybe one of Prime's crates in the background or something like that, just to kind of fill it out a bit more. Because I love using props. So any excuse to add more to a scene, I'm all for it.
Nate, really good job name dropping Prime's crates instead of just arcades.
That's right. I got to give him credit for other than the arcades.
Thank you.
You do crates?
I do crates. And I'm dabbling into other stuff as well. But yeah, right now I've been doing like these sets. And I think I was gonna work on posting a picture back. I put up a set, and I'm calling it like a distillery set. So it's like 4 crates and 2 wooden barrels. It kind of gives you like that Prohibition era type of feel. But nice. I do those. I was doing a couple of soda crates as well that came along with some soda machines that I was doing. So aside from arcades, I did some soda machines, a couple of vending machines. And I got a couple of things, in my pocket lined up. So I got a couple new toys. From the last time, I got a bigger resin printer. Nice. So now I can do like almost a full helmet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Will you
I got the Mono X.
Oh, okay.
If you listen to the Enabler stream, Adam, he talks about it.
The Enabler streams go on so long that I listen to portions of them.
It's true. I think the last one was 6 hours, so that's fair.
They're intense, and it's like I know I'm guilty of being on very long streams as well. And anyone that is able to listen to the full length streams of that, more power to them. Unfortunately, my job, I have to communicate with other human beings, so even when I listen to podcasts at work, which I've been trying to do more of, I think you guys know, because I was literally messaging you about doing at work, listening to the Figure Booth. And it's like, even then, like, it's like I have one piece in my ear, I'm listening, and it's like, if I have to answer an email, I have to pause. If someone comes into my office to ask me a question, I have to pause. If my phone rings, I have to pause, so it's like, it's a lot of like stop and go. So
I'm just lucky because I'm lucky because I get to commute an hour to work and an hour home. So
that's exactly how long. That's exactly how long our episodes are.
Oh, dude, I swear it's perfect. Yeah. Like the last couple have gone over a little bit, but usually, like when I hop in the car, I turn it on. And right as I'm pulling into the parking lot at work, it's like, all right, thanks, guys. Blah.
Yeah.
And you guys
You're like, yes.
done.
That's awesome.
It's the perfect, it's perfect for my commute, like going one way.
That was the whole intent.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that you're
thinking about you.
Yeah.
Specifically.
just for Cheney.
Just for Cheney. Well, speaking of long streams, though, like, I remember watching one where you started off really strong, and I think by the end of it, you were chafed by the end of the stream. Like the shorts got so tight and so small. Like,
that sounds.
I was feeling bad for you. I was like, man, I don't know how he's doing it.
Yeah, are you wearing those jean cutoffs today, Adam? I'm curious.
Those got retired.
We'll see where the rest of the stream tonight takes us.
You made Wade very uncomfortable showing those off.
Oh man.
See, for me, I don't care. So he just Donald Ducks it all the time. I'm like, whoa, dude.
See.
Just
Adam
a V-neck today?
Yeah. Just a V-neck today. Yeah.
That's it. He's just thought, just a V-neck.
I appreciate that you own who you are, Adam. You don't try to change. You're I wear
Thanks,
V-necks.
Nate.
I wear cutoff shorts. This is who I am.
Yeah.
Nate, I already gave you credit. You already won tonight. So like you don't have to kiss up or anything. You win.
I like this Deathstroke shot here from the Yamaguchi Deathstroke here. This is nice.
Gucci gang going strong on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't take credit for that pose. I actually saw it on the box and I wanted to recreate it.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's the best thing. Like you're like, this is yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things like, can I really recreate that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is it actually possible with the figure? Because I can't do that with a Mezco or anything else. But the fact that I could pull it off with a Yamaguchi just sells me more on the line, because I'm kind of an art, you know, I like Mezcos and other things, but I'm sort of an articulation snob sometimes. So if a figure can move like that, I kind of want to prove it to myself. Like, can I make that happen as well?
How are you going to get those shoulders to kind of go up and like
yeah, exactly,
go in like that to get his head down so far? Like, yeah, you can't do that with other figures, man.
That's the thing about the Yamaguchis. Like, even though they take a little bit of work, they really think about hiding the joints, or at least in the newest ones they do. Like with that Deathstroke, you can move his shoulder pads forward to kind of hide the joints a little bit more, or you can adjust his knee pad up. Like it's got its own little articulated piece. So even though you have that Revo joint in there, that's like that ball, you can move the knee pad further up to kind of hide it a little bit more. So I think once you get a pose with the Revo, it's kind of like, okay, let me go back and see if there's any joints exposed that I want to hide. But yeah, I mean, being able to pull off a pose like that, I love those figures.
Yeah.
The newer ones definitely are like what you say, where it's like they're hiding it much better. Because that was one of my earlier complaints. Like, I was in at the beginning of Revoltech, like I was buying, you know, because they had Trigun and they had Devil May Cry, like the initial like licenses that they had. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then they started digging Evangelion and everything, and I was totally into it. Except I was so frustrated with their use of the Revoltech joints that only had pegs on either side that always would slide apart. So the toys would slide apart, and they didn't care about gaps back in the day. Like the joke with myself and coworkers is like, they would have gaps in them, and we're like, oh, that's where he stores his sandwiches. Like that's the character's lunchbox, basically. Like, because like you move the arm and it's like, oh, it's a giant hole. So now they've it's a lot better for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I avoided the line for a long time just based on kind of what you're saying, Adam. Like, I didn't like seeing the gaps, even though I think that Spider-Man gets a lot of positive feedback. There's a lot of shots that I see where there's not really a good way to hide the gaps on him.
Those shoulders, they suck sometimes.
Yeah, the shoulders seem to be very kind of separated out from the body in certain shots, you know, and that kind of scared me for a long time from that line. And then I got that Deku, and then I started just digging deeper and deeper.
I'm hoping for a redo on Spider-Man and Wolverine, actually, just like because like I just went in on the new Deadpool because I own like every Deadpool ever made, and I passed on the first Deadpool because I was just like too gappy and finicky and weird for me. So
I'll send you mine. How's that, Adam? You can have my first release.
Still probably hate it, but cool. Thank you, Katie.
It seems like that Deadpool might be up on an updated body too. You know, when you compare pictures to the old one, there's differences between those two figures. So I hope it's on the new body. Because I've been avoiding that Deadpool because it was sort of the original before they had started making some improvements. But yeah, I'm all in on both the Deadpools. I got both of them pre-ordered.
Nice. And let's see. I really like the lighting on the figure on this. Like, I like the way you got. I'm trying to bring up So how many light sources are you using here? And how do you have them lit up here?
Yeah, so this one, I have two Lume Cube 2.0s. I always use those. And then I've got a mini panel and a regular panel from Lume Cube. And then in the background, to light up the background, I actually have two desk lamps that just point directly at the background.
Okay.
So that's how I get the blue light and kind of the light on the NECA dial back there.
Okay.
But yeah, on this one, you can see I've got a panel kind of on the bottom that's lighting him from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And then I did another one where, I kind of hold. I can't capture it in BTS just because I'm doing it with my hand, but I'll hold a light over the figure and kind of go back and forth while I'm taking it.
Oh wow!
It just lights him from the top down.
Yeah.
So this one I was kind of getting lights from both sides just to accentuate as many details as possible. But yeah, if I don't show it off a lot in my BTS, but a lot of the times I'm holding a panel kind of above them as I take the shot, because I'll put it on a timer, I'll put it on a tripod,
Right.
and then as it's counting down, I'm sort of just holding it over until I get
Nice.
the shot that I want.
So your shoulders must be really cut from holding the lights.
Yeah. Yeah. After 100 photos, man, I'm swole.
Cause man.
Yeah, I've got like 2 really long like armed lamps here that like I'll use, and so I'll hang stuff from these.
I like the pink skull.
I love the PSCC on there.
And I can kind of like adjust these however I want to get it to, do what I need to do. So they're hooked up on the desk here, and that helps me. So like I'll stick lamps up there, or I'll turn the lamps on, or I'll stick stuff on there. And there's like a tripod hooked up to the top up here, one of the little bendy ones, So just screw like the aluminum cube on there and do the thing. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way. Like I've noticed that side lighting or top lighting is a great way to kind of make the figure pop out of the background a little bit more, because that kind of has like a ring around. I don't know. People call it ring lighting, but when you can put a light on the side of the figure or kind of from the back forward,
it gives it an outline.
Yeah, it gives it an outline. It makes it kind of pop out of the background a little bit and really sort of accentuate that in the shot. So I do that actually a lot now on my photos.
I know like a lot of people think that when you do like a darker shot, you don't need a lot of light, but I think it's actually the opposite. Like for that thumbnail that I did with that pink skull right there, like I used a lot of light on that. Like I think I used, what did I do? I think 2 lume cubes, 2 lume cube panels, and then both the Ulanzis, and I had 2 lamps on. So it was super lit up, but if you get the settings right in the camera, it looks like it's dark.
Right.
It looks like it's a dark setting. So it's just, like I love messing with lighting. Lighting it's one of the funnest things ever.
No, I totally agree. I mean, more light rather than less is better, because you can use your camera to filter it out. So use the light, because light usually equals clarity. So the more light you have on there, the more clear it's going to look. And then if it looks too saturated when you're looking at it, just adjust your shutter speed or your aperture, down a little bit, and that can control that light so it doesn't look so oversaturated.
There you go. You guys got a free dirty trick.
Yeah. Brought to you. All right. Well, let's see here. What do you want to do now, Adam?
I think we started late because of you, but we are running low on time. Because of you. It was because of you. We just want to make sure that that's clear and everyone knows that that's why it happened. But we talked about G.I. Joe stuff that happened over the past 2 days, but we haven't really gone over any other recent-ish news. And there were a couple notable things that have happened in the past week.
You got it, dude. Coming right on up.
Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, like we had some Hasbro items. Obviously the MODOK and the Captain con exclusive set. I know a lot of people are feeling mixed ways about that. I myself am a fan of Next Wave, so I think this is like a perfect con exclusive, and I for one am excited about it.
I have no clue what it's from. I was telling Lago that on Tuesday. I was like, I know. I was
listening. I was driving home from work at the time, listening to you guys,
just yelling at the radio in his car.
I was so disappointed in the both of you for not knowing what it's from. You should read Next Wave. I mean, anyone that has Marvel Digital Comics Unlimited, I believe it's on there. If not, it's on Amazon. It's available in a trade. It was a finite run, and it's a funny book. Like, it's Stuart Immonen on art, who is, I think, a great artist.
So it's like what the?
Huh?
So it's like what the?
Kind of along in those veins, but it takes itself a little bit seriously at times as well. But the Stuart Immonen did some X-Men books, like, so you must at least kind of like his artwork. And Warren Ellis.
I love every X-Men artist apparently. What?
Yeah, you're forced to. Anyone that draws Wolverine, you automatically love them.
Wow. Okay.
So Next Wave is worth checking out, but you could probably pick up the trade on Amazon. I think it was like a 12-issue limited series, and it's a great comic. So that's what the MODOK is from. Yes, he's not like a huge character, but the Captain is, and the Captain is pretty great. He looks cool, and like I said, it's to me the perfect exclusive because it's not something that everyone needs, you know? And like those are the best ones. It's like people that do know about it, cool. We love this. And hopefully it's not impossible to get, you know? Like
Plasty says Nasty Nate and Smokey Chaney.
Oh wow. That's like that's some serious Toymigos After Dark stuff right there.
Sounds like a future collab or something.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I agree though. For that set, it's a great exclusive because it's not something that's a pivotal character or something that we haven't seen before. It's a variation of something that we already have. You can choose to get it or you can choose not to. I think it's cool. I like the hamburgers.
Yeah,
the main
it's
like.
it's fun. And if you have a chance to read the book, I recommend it. It's a fun one. It starts off with an awesome appearance of Fing Fang Foom. And it's good stuff. It's got Machine Man in the crew.
Nice.
It's worth checking out. It's worth reading. There's a lot of great characters and some that have been done in Marvel Legends already as well. So,
like Machine Man.
Worth looking at.
Okay. And what else did you want to bring up, Adam?
Well, did you want to complain about? I know you did it on Tuesday, but did you want to complain about the Sentinel Dorohedoro at all?
I got it out of my system. What I do want to hear is Josh and Nate's thoughts on the Cyborg Superman from Mafex.
Oof, I'm all
Can't
in.
wait. Yep.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
I hope we get more Reign of Superman figures.
Yeah.
Superboy, let's go.
Yeah.
It was like
Superboy.
Yeah, Superboy would be great. I hope we get like a Brainiac at some point. Like, it just makes me think about what else could they do with a cyborg type body like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's one of those. I love the teaser of that. It's one of those images that you either like it. You either know exactly what that is, or you're scratching your head thinking like, what is that? And if you're probably super amped to get that figure.
Yeah.
I saw that image. I'm like, I want them all. Give me Steel. Give me Eradicator.
Yep. Steel would be amazing.
Oh, come on. Like, let's go.
I think the only I would buy Eradicator, but he's the only one I wouldn't be as excited about. I'm excited about all the others. Eradicator's cool. He's necessary. He is
exactly. He's necessary because you're like the glasses, the cheesy mullet, and the outfit. I'm like, you gotta have him to complete the set.
I loved that suit. I always loved that suit, like the straight, like it's like a straight line.
It was like a one piece. It was a onesie. It was a giant onesie with the cape.
It's definitely it was a cool costume. It was like very 90s and cool at the time, but like even more 90s. And I know Cheney, you were talking about this on Tuesday, is Superboy, and Superboy is the one where it's like so unbelievably cheesy 90s, but it in the most toyetic way possible. Like that. Now the question is, soft goods jacket or sculpted jacket, and it's like they could go either way with past versions that they've done. So it's like I want the opportunity to be able to display him with and without it, to even if it was sculpted, well then give me spare arms or something to
pop them off and give them a different look. Man, I'm pumped.
Superboy figures, and I think like we were talking about, Steel would be another cool one because the only Steel that I know of is the DC Universe Classic one. It's pretty old by now.
It seems like Mafex seems to be the top kind of like company putting out like the best DC figures right now. Like when you're going comic accurate. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love how they're doing a bunch of different comics too, like Hush, Dark Knight Returns, Reign of Superman. I mean, I'm excited to see where else they go with those.
And I mean, they're doing a killer job with the X-Men too. I mean, the Wolverine, the Cyclops, waiting on Psylocke and Jean Grey to come up. I can see them doing a Beast or a Nightcrawler. And Gambit, right?
Yeah. Gambit and Brown Suit Wolverine got pushed back, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yet again.
I mean, when you're pre-ordering Mayfex, you just have to expect delays because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
I agreed, but like, you know what I was so bummed about when I got that email is I think they pushed Gwen, the Gambit and Brown Costume Wolverine, and I feel like there was something else too, but they pushed them all back 1 month, and I'm like, just guys, space them out more.
Yeah,
so that way my wallet.
Hush and Brown Suit Wolverine.
Yeah, they did the same thing last year. Like from March, and it seemed like from March until August or September, they kept pushing everything back a month, and then everything dropped in I think September and October.
That's going to be killer.
Oh,
right before Christmas.
Yeah, it hurt.
You just totally drained me. Thanks a lot.
Oh, it hurt, and I've got a bad feeling that's going to happen again this year, because it's like, oh, we'll bump that back. Oh, we'll bump that back, and then it's like, so now you want me to pay for Gambit, Wolverine, Psylocke, all at once.
Grumps brings up a great character idea that I'm surprised we haven't seen already, but the Hush Nightwing.
Yeah.
Gosh, I just feel like that would be so popular. I'm surprised they haven't done that already.
We may or may not have heard something about that.
Oh, man.
We're all about the Hush line around these parts, and like honestly, like that's not only Nightwing, but it's like I really want Tim Drake Robin.
Tim Drake.
Oh yes, that would be amazing.
Honestly, like he's never gotten a good super articulated action figure as far as I'm concerned, and trust me, I bought a lot of them. He's got the short end of the stick, apparently. Like, it's like no one seems to want to make a good version of him, super articulated.
Yeah. I think the last Tim Drake we got was maybe like a Red Robin from DC Multiverse or something, but not
like,
in his Robin suit.
Like, it's like, I have almost all of the DC UC stuff and then into the multiverse stuff. And it's like, I still feel like I can't call that line super articulated, you know?
Right.
Like, it's just... Yeah. Single joints,
single
like,
jointed elbows,
you know, and like the weird the outliers, you know, like the Jamie Ray's Blue Beetle. They did have the classic Dick Grayson Robin had double joints in his knees and stuff, and it's like those. I was like, come on, this is what I want this line to be.
Yeah,
such a tease.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Speaking of teas, we've got Danny from TMNT for NECA from the movie. This is the loot crate, so it'll definitely be a tease for someone who didn't order this loot crate.
You guys jump on those crates at all?
Nope.
No. I'm good on the movie stuff now. I'm good on the cartoon stuff now. I think I'm just going to focus on the Super 7 toy stuff now. I think that's where I'm moving to.
I was debating getting on the loot crates. I really wanted the Danny because I'm a big TMNT fan, if you can't tell. But, you know, I think what really sold me is that little teaser of Donnie the Dark Turtle. It's basically Donatello in the Batman costume. I cannot wait to see how that comes out.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool.
Like, I mean, I'm still NECA-ing Ninja Turtles really hard. But I do draw lines in the sand.
And like crosses them too.
I do. I cross.
He draws them.
Draw the line and you cross.
But like Danny was one of the things where it was like, because he was a loot crate, like it's like you're making me pay more money for this figure for extra stuff that I don't need or want. So it was just like one where I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not all in for movie stuff, and I'm not, you know. With that said, like I was buying stuff from Secret of the Ooze when I had sworn that off. I was like, nope, not going to do it. And then all of a sudden I'm doing it. So we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. But I've managed to avoid this thus far. Not for lack of it. Like, it does look cool. Like, it looks like a good toy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm out on the movie stuff. I'm out on the cartoon stuff.
It makes me think, like, where else can they go with the movie? You know, we got the Shadow Warriors 2-pack, which is coming out. Now we have Danny. We've got April. I don't know what else they could do. They did Toka and Razor already.
Kino from the second movie. You can
Kino
do
would
the
be great.
Second movie, April. You can do
Tatsu. That'd be cool.
They've been trying, like, so they can work on that. Like you're gonna like you'll see figures for the movie. You'll see different scene versions and stuff. Yeah, like
I'm still holding out hope for Vanilla Ice, and I know Cheney, you will buy him.
I will definitely buy Vanilla Ice.
I think we would all buy a Vanilla Ice figure.
Heck yeah.
To the extreme, I would buy Vanilla Ice.
Ninja Rap all the way.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah. It's on. It's on. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and... What did you want to talk about next, Adam? We're running out of time.
We covered the big main strong releases. There was also the announcement, we didn't post about it, but there is Hasbro Pulse Marvel Legends stream coming up. I think it's not until
next week.
Next Friday, though,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we can talk about that next week anyway.
Okay. We'll talk about that next week.
I don't know if you guys are into Storm as much, but they dropped some exclusives on the site on BBTS today.
Oh, I ordered them.
The Darkstalkers one confuses me because it's like, it's a repaint, and I'm like, what's different about it?
Yeah, you get a repaint of Dimitri, and then you get a repaint of Death Adder.
Yeah.
The Death Adder one is a significant repaint, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Dimitri one, it's like, is it more saturated colors? Is that what it is?
It's like just a different shade of blue. I don't understand.
Yeah, it otherwise looks almost identical to the one I already have pre-ordered that's not an exclusive.
Yeah. I like those skeletons, though, the silver skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they're going to be releasing the black skeletons now.
I have 4 of the regular skeletons already, so I've managed to just stick with those. But those are like, I highly recommend the Storm collectible skeletons in general. They're fantastic figures, and even though Storm skews big, those skeletons will work in like a more traditional 6-inch display. Yeah. You just got to crouch them a little bit and stuff, and they look great.
Yeah, I'd missed out on the standard ones, and I always regretted not getting those. I almost got the pink ones, and I held off, hoping that they would do another variant.
I just wish they would release them, or at least give us more characters a little bit sooner. It's like they're really stretching it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like
I'd be more invested in Storm if they were to drop them a little bit faster.
True.
That's kind of Storm's MO across the board. Is it like they like? I feel like as a company, like I love them. I love the stuff that they're putting out and buying from a lot of the different lines. But they have so many licenses, and the stuff comes out so few and far between that it's like a snail's pace of adding to the collection.
Yeah.
And like we talked about, I think in an episode where like you either forget that you're collecting them, or you lose the passion or the momentum behind that line. Because I was really digging some of them, but I'm like, when are they dropping it? I'm like, oh, okay. I was really into the MK. Then they switched the Bucks, and they came out with the different ones. I'm like, oh, I like these better. And I'm still stuck with a Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I'm like, oh, come on, give me more than just these two. I have like 4 Sub-Zeros.
Army villain Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
The Mortal Kombat line's been out for I don't even know how long now, and it seems like we still haven't gone super deep into the roster yet.
No. Right. Yeah, because we've got more monsters and ninjas than anything else.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's true.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Do you guys want to go ahead and wrap it up?
I got one question for Adam.
Okay.
Everyone's all caught up with Loki, but it's not spoiler. I was just watching Loki this week, and I was like, something's kind of weird. And it just popped into my mind about Loki. If there was a female version of yourself, would you be all into it?
Adam would be like Deadpool.
Yeah, like we started touching on that a little bit, like with Bonner last week. I feel, or maybe like it was an Unparalleled Friday stream. I don't know. They all blend together. That one was 6 hours as well.
1 second. Be right back.
Cheney's got to go to the restroom, and I'm going to talk about this for a while now. I'm going to talk about female version of me. I think I might hate the female I might not like. I don't know that I would like myself.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that it would drive me crazy. Like I want someone that's different.
A little different.
Like it's like I feel like I'm probably a narcissist, but I'm not that kind of a narcissist.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather have someone that helps make me a team, you know, versus just more of me.
I know.
Although I'd probably be smoking hot. All right. So there you go. Plasty got his sound bite. Smoking hot as a chick.
Who would wear the more lower V-neck shirt? You guys are just being competition.
Oh,
the V-neck
so
and the shorts would just match.
They
would meet. Yeah, so much.
Yeah.
It would just meet. You guys would both look like two vampirellas just walking around.
That's accurate.
Yeah. How about you, Nate? If there was a female version of you,
I don't know how I'd feel about that. I don't know. I don't think I'd be an attractive female, so I don't know.
I'm watching it. I'm like, that's just so weird to me.
I don't know how I feel about Sylvie as a character.
Yeah.
I'm still not totally sold on the idea. Like, I just liked Loki being Loki.
Yeah.
And I get, this is multiverse of madness time. Let's start showing different versions of characters because that's going to, I think, become a common theme in the MCU now.
Yeah.
And they're sort of getting us used to it with Loki.
Right.
But I don't know how I feel about the idea. The whole TVA thing, if it's a cool concept, but it's an easy way for them to do like a reset on stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we screwed up. Let's reset.
Yeah.
Let's get the TVA in there.
I know everyone's talking about it now, but I'm like really hoping that like this is a massive lead up to Kang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Deal. Like it's like,
yeah.
Heck yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since
So
Prime's asking,
you have to answer this question too. Female
Exactly.
Prime. Would she make arcades and would that be her only thing?
She probably would not make arcade. She would probably only make whatever's the opposite of arcade. She would only be good at that one thing.
Got it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we probably couldn't stand each other because we would only be good at that one thing. That's it.
She would team up with Mario for the makeup session.
Yeah, she would. She would be getting contour lessons from the contour king.
Speaking of Mario, I did have the one enabler related question where it's like there's a rumor that the Butter Baron made you guys all do like kind of a blood bond using High School Creations knife that he supplied you guys. Like, did you have to do some kind of a weird?
It's 100% true.
Yeah,
right here. I got the mini Tuesday Cruise scar to prove it.
That's it. Good times, guys.
Yeah, we sent that through the mail, and everybody just said, "I'm gonna just pass it around." So that was
like
fine.
a Christmas gift. You can all be like old school Angelina Jolie and have little vials of each other's blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whoever gets Kevin, it's just like a little vial of butter. So that was weird. What about you, Chini? If there was a female version of yourself,
I don't know. We probably wouldn't get along. I don't know.
I feel like that's the most accurate way to look, because it's like, I think for the most part, like it's like you have to be like a really crazy narcissist to be like, no, I would be okay with me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hanging out with me. Like, can you just get away from my space? Stop messing with my figures.
Yeah.
Well, that's
like, hey, did you pre-order that Mezco? I got it. I don't know if you did.
that would be
back off.
That'd be the strangest thing, because it'd be like, oh yeah, I'm like, this is too bizarre. We like the same things, like, but we're the same person, just different. So yeah, no, it would be very weird. Like, I don't know. I hadn't given it too much thought. Now I'm just all whoa.
Now you're just freaked out by it.
Yeah, like, is the box empty or is the box full?
Right. And I was like thinking about it. I'm like, and then I don't know. I think it was the freaking Tuesday crew chat kept going off, and I saw Adam's name pop up, and I'm like playing with myself, and I was like, would I be doing that if it was the female version?
Would I be playing with myself?
I was like, I was going to this dark rabbit hole. I'm like, I need to stop. I can't watch Loki and be involved in the Tuesday crew chat.
There's that one Deadpool comic where like him and Lady Deadpool like kissed or whatnot, and they're like, oh yeah, that's gross. That's just not gonna work. So, that's kind of a point of reference, if you will. But I wanted to do one thing before we headed out today. I wanted to raise my Boba Fett and I even have him in box, and raised my Boba Fett for the fallen Fett, Ernie.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, he's Boba Fett ready. Everybody's Boba Fett ready.
I don't have anything to represent.
You don't have a Boba Fett handy?
I do not.
Nate's not a Boba Fett fan.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
You're off the
War Machine back up. Here we go.
That's close enough.
Yeah.
Here, the next best thing. Do you have a Hulk? Do you have a Hulk?
There we go. Yeah, I do have a Hulk, actually.
That'll work as well.
Let me get a Hulk.
Do you have any high sea orange lava burst?
or chicken nuggets?
There you go. There's Hulk.
Perfect. That's
hand down Hulk.
Yeah, hand down Hulk. So I'm raising my Boba Fett to the sky for Ernie. We love you. We miss you.
We miss you. Come back and read names so I don't have to.
Yeah, that.
I mean, I miss you for more reasons than just that, Ernie. Like seriously, but like that is a very big one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
wore the shirt specifically for Ernie.
So, until all are one, my friend. That's a Transformers reference, if you didn't know.
Right before Hot Rod gets him murdered.
Yeah.
Can't stand Hot Rod.
You know, I say this all the time, but you know, I hated Hot Rod for years, and then I actually watched the rest of the movie after Prime died, and I was like, oh wait, Ultra Magnus is a worse piece of crap than Hot Rod.
Ultra Magnus sucks.
He's a chump.
Yeah. Oh, Ronald Ramos wants to know if it's too late to guess the number for the giveaway since we got Prime on, who was so patient that night that I just wanted to
we broke it. It was like a good almost 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was
maybe next
First
time.
not ever talk about that ever again.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Ronald Ramos, worst mod, for bringing it up.
So where can we find the figure booth if this is, you know, your first exposure to Josh and Nate? Where can we find the figure booth? When does the figure booth air?
Joshua, all right. You can find it on all major platforms that you'd listen to other podcasts: Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, you name it. We're pretty much everywhere now. We usually air new episodes on Sundays. We'll have a new episode this Sunday, so check it out. Trying to stay as consistent as possible, and then maybe eventually moving into doing some live streams, having some guests on.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. And where do we follow you guys at? Do you guys have a figure booth dedicated IG account?
We actually don't. We kind of just promote it through our own pages.
Okay.
We do have a figure booth YouTube, which we don't use very often yet, and an email. So if you want to contact us, you can contact us at figurebooth@gmail.com, or you can just DM us through our Instagram pages. I'm at figurefan_Nate.
Yep, and I'm at Prime to the First.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys.
I'm to the 1 Street.
To the 1 Street, the real list.
I want to thank you guys for taking the time out tonight to hop on with us and talk toys and whatnot. I really appreciate it. It's always fun.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, big thanks for having us.
Yeah. I can't recommend these guys' show enough. So if you think you want to check it out, do it. Just listen to it. You'll fall in love with it as I did. So I can't recommend them enough. Anything else you'd like to add, Adam?
No, you said it. It's honestly, one of my favorite things is it's a great length. You guys said it's like you keep it around an hour, which is like, that's nice to me as someone who has to listen to it and do my pause and play all the time, that I actually am able to make it through a whole episode, so like, that's beautiful. And you guys do have a really fun show.
Indeed.
Thanks.
Indeed.
Thank you for that.
All right. Well, as always, check us out in the Discord. There's always crazy shenanigans going on in there. It's become one of my favorite places to be. It's absolute blast in there. Check out the Facebook group. That's always fun as well. Check out the Instagram page. Got some stuff going on there. We got some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline. We're almost set on the date for the Frankensons meetup, right, Adam? We're almost set on that date. So what do you say? Like maybe next week we can announce fully, like we can lock it all in, and by next Thursday we can have a legitimate date for it.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. So that way, anyone that is interested in potentially making an appearance and can have time to do some travel plans.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, next week we'll officially announce the date. We'll post it everywhere and whatnot. So yeah. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it as always. I am Cheney 180.
I'm playing with myself.
I am Figure Fan Nate.
All right.
And now I'm Prime to the First.
And remember, guys, they're not dolls.
Plus Ultra.
Love you, Bernie.